It's all right now. We can take as much time as we need. Just breathe. Everything is going to be okay, James.
My name isn't James.
I'm sorry?
My name isn't James. Please, I've told you 1,000 times now. If you're going to force me into this whole thing, could you at least get the name right?
All right, just calm down. There's no need to get agitated. Look, I'm sorry you're upset, but that's just what your paper...
Yeah, I know what the papers say, but I'm telling you, the papers are wrong, because my parents filled them out, and my parents don't exactly know who I am. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here, right?
I'm sorry you're upset. How about we stay calm and try this again?
Fine.
Now then, why don't we pick up where we left off last time? You were telling me about a city?
Yeah. We were just talking about the radio station where I worked.
Yes, that's right. You did say you worked at a radio station there. Alongside some young lady and some sort of rodent? A possum or skunk?
Garbage bear. Sorry. Raccoon. Darian was a garbage bear, but I guess here you just call it raccoons?
Right. And tell me, how long did you work at this radio station?
Honestly, the timeline is like super fuzzy. I don't know, like 3 years, if I had to put it down.
3 years.
Yeah, but like the details are a little fuzzy, so...
Okay then.
Okay then? Like what? What's with the look on your face? Come on. You have a problem with it. What is it?
Oh, no, I didn't mean anything at all by that. I just...
Come on, I know exactly what that look means. You're judging me, weren't you? Come on, don't be a coward, just go ahead and say it. I know what you're thinking, your face is screaming it. This kid must be crazy. There's no such thing as magical cities or raccoons that do taxes. And come on, this kid has only been here for a few days. It couldn't possibly be 3 years.
Now, James.
My name is Blaine.
Let's take a step away from this city of yours. Perhaps talk about something else. How about your family? Tell me, do you feel guilty at all?
Guilty? What? No. Why? Should I feel guilty?
Most people feel guilty in this particular situation. How could they not? You left a lot of people feeling hurt and betrayed after what you did. Surely some people you care about. Shouldn't you feel guilty about it?
What? No. No, my family, my friends, come on. Look at me. I'm a mentally ill teenager who's talking about raccoons and radio equipment. I don't have friends. No one ever really talked to me. I mean, come on. I'm just expected to play along, smile, which, if we're being honest, really isn't the best when your entire world is falling apart and you really need support but nobody wants to help.
Oh, come on. You're exaggerating. Were things really that bad?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Very. I was right there. Look, I know exactly what happened. I tried to reach out for help. People rejected me. People pushed me down, drained the life out of me, and actively made things worse until I only had one corner to go down.
I see. That sounds very difficult.
Yeah, no kidding. It was.
Did you have anyone to turn to?
If I did, do you think we'd be here?
Come on. There has to be someone.
Nope. You're looking at the only person that ever really cared.
Even your parents?
Especially them.
I find that hard to believe.
Well, I mean, they're the ones that sent me to conversion therapy and never took my side, so...
Blaine, your parents are good, caring people. I'm certain they just had your best interest at heart.
Best interest? Yeah, sure. Because rejecting your child's humanity and then shipping them off to a torture camp is the first thing I think about whenever I think of best interest.
You're being dramatic.
You're being a bad therapist.
James.
Look, they had all the information and warnings. People were literally telling them not to send me off or I could die. They knew better. Look at what happened. They shipped me off, having all the information, knowing exactly what could have gone down. And then guess what happened?
Well, maybe you're not seeing it from their side. What if they were just trying to help? What if it was for your own good?
It almost killed me.
But maybe it could have helped you.
I was literally assaulted.
But you survived.
Did I? Because I'm pretty sure I died back there. Or whatever is the closest to it.
James.
Don't call me James! Look, I've said this time and time again, and I am getting real sick of the performative niceties here, okay? That's not who I am, so stop using that name. I'm not a proper little boy that my parents wanted me to be. I'm not a proud priesthood holder, or a Boy Scout, or anything like that, so just stop it already. I'm sick and tired of people holding that over my head like it's supposed to mean something, okay? It means nothing. It's gone. It's stopped. So knock it off. I'm not James or Jimmy or anything else you want to call me. Just get it through your thick skull already. My name is Blaine. I'm not a boy. I'm not a victim. I'm me. None of you can take that away. None of you can change that. I'm sorry. That was loud and aggressive, and well, I'm tired of having to justify my existence. I have to constantly defend why I am the way I am, okay? Do you know what it's like having to go day in and day out, being treated like a freak? Being treated like you're some weak little puppy to be managed, to be held up in a corner and controlled. I'm tired. I'm tired of having to dance around. Well, everyone thinks it's fine to disregard my humanity. I'm tired of having knives slipped right into my heart while everyone smiles and just pretends it's fine. So please, you have any humanity in you. My name is Blaine.
I apologize for not acknowledging your identity. Why don't we take a step back and change directions for our session today?
Sounds peachy.
So, when did you first have an inkling that you were transgender?
When did it start? It's hard to say. I guess I've sort of always felt that way, if that doesn't sound too obnoxious. Like, growing up, I just felt off, you know? Like, I dress up like the other boys and do all the same things, but just felt disconnected from it all. Like, I felt like an actor in a costume, playing a role, not like an actual person. It's like being an alien trying to blend in with the rest of the humans.
And how old were you when you first learned about transgenderism?
13? 14 when I learned what non-binary was.
That's very young.
Yeah, well, better than wasting decades of my life wondering what's wrong with me.
So you were 13, just learned about transgenderism, realized how it applied to yourself, and how did this new knowledge make you feel?
I don't know, relieved, excited in a lot of ways. It was really amazing and also terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
Care to expand on that?
Well, there were a lot of complicated feelings going into it. Like, put yourself in my shoes. I spent years thinking there was something wrong with me, but then suddenly this word comes up that describes exactly how you feel. I mean, how would you react? It was like a massive weight was off my shoulders, you know? Suddenly, I'm not crazy. Like, there's an entire community of people who understand exactly how I feel. It's exhilarating.
But also terrifying?
I'm not an idiot, Doc. Just look around. It's not exactly the safest place to be trans. The church runs the show, and they really don't like people like me. So yeah, it's a little hard to be out and proud and happy about who you are when you've heard half the things they've said during Sunday school.
This is true. The culture around the area can make things difficult, especially when you've only begun to explore your identity. It can feel very lonely for many people, but at least you still have your family, right?
Right. Because my stake president father and primary president mother, pride and joy of our church congregation. Come on, no, they'd never. I mean, look at where we are. You've read my file, you know what happened. The second they found out that their precious little baby was less than perfect, they started looking for ways to fix me. I didn't even have a chance to breathe before they shipped me off to that terrible facility.
Ah, yes, the family center. That must have been a hard time for you.
I literally still have nightmares about it. And they assaulted me. Were you not paying attention to what I was telling you before?
All things considered, it sounds like your parents were doing their best to help you.
What? Have you heard anything that I have just said? Look at where we are. Okay? If they actually cared about me, they would have just listened to what I had to say. Maybe take the advice of the experts that were actually experienced and knew what they were talking about, instead of shipping me off to that place.
Do your parents love you, Blaine?
What?
From what you've described, they've certainly put you through a lot. And it makes me wonder what you think. So tell me, do your parents love you? What's your opinion?
Well, I mean, in their own way, I guess. Same way that you'd love your Tamagotchi. At the very least, they certainly think that they love me.
Interesting, but I'm not asking them. I'm asking you. From your perspective, do you think your parents love you?
No. No, they don't.
Why?
Well, I mean, aside from the obvious, they think they love me. They're always going off on the importance of family and all of that, but it's pretty shallow. My dad will tell me how proud he is of the AV club things I did. Or my mom will take me out for a fun day, but aside from the superficial stuff, there's really nothing else. They don't really acknowledge me, and they don't really care about who I am. They never ask me about my feelings or my thoughts or anything that can't be directly shown to everybody else. I don't even think they care about who I am. Like, they claim they're doing their best, but still they refuse to use my name or my pronouns. And they'll talk all day about how proud they are about their special child. And at the same time, I'm getting yelled at for being a burden. sad. It's all loving and caring until I start showing off the sides of myself that they don't like. Believe me, there's a lot they don't like. My parents don't love me as a person. They love me like a trophy. And that's the way it's always been. Gosh, is this why I'm so high-strung? Is this why I'm constantly going out and trying to push things? Like, I've always had to earn love, and now I feel like I have to constantly prove myself in order to get anything. And that's probably why I went after all those files, why I'm constantly ditching Marina, and why I didn't... Oh. I kinda suck.
That's certainly an interesting take.
Yeah, well, it's not just with my parents. I just generally suck with everyone. Like, I'm constantly trying to push. I'm constantly trying to prove. And look what it's done. I hurt the people around me because that's all I know how to do. Because if I can't meet some impossible standard, I have to push them away. Because I don't want them to betray me.
Betray you? Would you care to elaborate on that?
I mean, no. But if I don't, I feel like we're just gonna sit here in silence until I say something, so... might as well. Back in high school, I had a friend. We were on AV Club. He was a chill guy. I thought we were close. I mean, we went to the same church. We were interested in a lot of the same things. Spent a lot of time together. He was always one of those good church boys, getting ready for the mission. Just all the ideal things that I could never be. He was always talking big about God's love and acceptance and service, and I don't know, I thought I could trust him. I felt safe. I felt comfortable with him. So one day, we were helping out with tech crew cleaning up for the musical rehearsal, and I told him the truth about me. Next day, he told our church leaders, who then told my parents, and then it spread, and then by Sunday, the entire congregation was in on it, and they hated me for it. And so my parents wanted to save face, and sent me away. That boy never reached out once. I never saw him again, and well, you know the rest from there. The one friend I thought I could trust stabbed me in the back the first chance he got. I got abused because that kid couldn't keep a secret. And you know what the funny thing is? He thought he was doing me a favor the entire time. Pathetic, isn't it? He can't even see what he did wrong. He hurt me. Now because of that, I can't let people get close.
That must have been very difficult to go through.
Yeah, obviously. Sheesh. You know, you're not a very good therapist here. Like, I know we're over here in the great, beautiful valley, but still, I'd expect at least a little empathy, a little understanding, a little not having to talk in circles. But also, how did we get here? Like, not in like a god type of sense. I know you are ready to go on the trigger the second I say that, because I swear you're all ready to go on the trigger, but like, in a physical, literal sense, how did we get here? I'm pretty sure the last big thing I remember was getting magicked into a city after I jumped from a height that was too high to survive. Like, I'm pretty sure if that failed, then by the laws of physics, I'd be dead now. But clearly, I'm not dead, unless this is hell, but I don't think it would look like this. Also, how is there, like, not even a bruise on me? Like, I should be completely destroyed right now. And also, that clock behind you is not making normal clock noises. And I know I should have said something earlier, but I just didn't want to be rude, and it's been bothering me, and I've been staring at it like this entire time, on and off, to distract myself from whatever's going on here. Like, what is going on?
Blaine, you need to calm down. You're getting agitated.
Oh, you better believe I'm agitated. This isn't right. It's like some sort of hallucination, or maybe I'm in a dream. Oh. Oh. That's what's going on.
Blaine, calm down. Use your words. Explain what's going on.
You know, I thought things felt weird, and it turns out I'm right. This isn't real. We're in a dream. This has to be like a weird Marie dream type situation, because you're being really needling, that clock is freaking me out, and none of this makes sense with anything.
What?
Oh, you know, I really appreciate the therapy session that we've been going on and all the work that you put in, Doc. Actually, that's a lie. I don't appreciate anything that you've done, honestly. This has been kind of terrible and tedious. And honestly, you've been pretty mediocre at your job. Like a solid 3 out of 10 therapist. Doesn't matter anyways, because all of this is an illusion. And you can't stop me from breaking out. I'm going to walk out that door and I am going to save Marina. And there is nothing. Ha! Maybe there's another way to wake myself up from this nightmare? Jump? Pinch myself? Click my heels? Oh, no. Oh, no, this isn't good. No, I can't be stuck here. I can't be stuck here. I can't go back to Utah. No. Ah! What the? Darian? Darian? Oh my gosh, I've never been so happy to see your freaky little face. Come here, you little garbage bear. Oh, I don't even care that you're on top of me, or that my mouth tastes like... Oh gosh, did you... Oh, that's disgusting. Don't stick your tiny little mouth near mine ever again. I know where you put it. Oh, gross. Oh. Still, I think you saved me. Whatever dream fugue state I was in, it looks like you pulled me out, even if it was disgusting, so thanks, buddy. Whoa. What happened to this place? Darian, what happened to the city? Everything's dark and... Oh well. I guess we figured this out along the way. Come on. We should go find Marina.
Dreamgirl City is a production by NJ Scholes. It was written and acted by NJ Scholes, with sound editing by Justaharmlessracoon. Additional soundscaping was done by NJ Scholes. Like what you hear? Want to help support us? Have a poem that you'd like to read? Check us out online at dreamgirlcityradio@gmail.com, or look up all our socials. We have Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, all the things. Join the community. Want to help support this podcast? Consider donating to us on Anchor, or simply rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. We grow by word of mouth, and everything you do to spread us helps immensely. Thank you so much for bearing with us as we go back through Season 3 and fix mistakes before moving forward with Season 4. There's going to be some twists and turns ahead, but I promise it's all going to be exciting and worth it. So thank you so much to all of our supporters, and remember, in the meantime, it's okay to go with the flow, but if you need to, you know when to say no.